Okay, Jose Monkey, where am I?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This video wasn't too hard to locate, but I liked it because it uses a different approach than what I usually do in the ones where it's like find this store near that store near that store. So it was a nice change of pace. So what can we see? This video was recorded at what appears to be some kind of park or maybe like a scenic viewing area of some kind. We can very briefly see the benches and this concrete area that's fenced in. The trees were giving Pacific Northwest right away. We can see these townhouses or condos here, so I made a note of those. And we can see that there's some kind of body of water here. The person also zooms in and shows us this rather distinctive building. They turn the camera to the right and we can see this mountain off in the distance. And we get another look at this black fence that surrounds this area. By the way, I also noticed at the very beginning of the video that there was a reflection of two heart-shaped objects in this person's glasses. I was really curious about what those were. Okay, so I recognized Mount Rainier immediately. It's pretty distinctive, but I also just did a video like a month ago where Mount Rainier was in the video, so it was kind of fresh in my mind. To be fair, this person submitted this video before I did that other video. I hope they weren't too bummed when they saw Mount Rainier in the other video. Anyway, the presence of the mountain told me that we were going to be in Washington State. So I needed to find a city in Washington where we'd get a view of a building that looks like the one in this video, that would be near water, and I knew that Mount Rainier would need to be on the right side of the person's point of view. Mount Rainier is here, so I figured that meant I should be looking at these inlets and bays over here near Olympia. That would mean the person was facing east or kind of southeast. Now I knew that I could almost definitely get a reverse image search match on that very distinctive building. But guys, I usually try to find places without doing a reverse image search first, and I go to that if I have trouble finding it otherwise. Fortunately, the Google 3D view is very good here. So I was able to just scan around the area and try to find a place where I could see a building that looked like that. And it didn't take too long to figure out that it was the Washington State Capitol building. Once I found that, I just needed to figure out where the person needed to be in order to get a view of the water, the building, and the mountain, in roughly the arrangement that we see in the video. If I could figure out the general area, then I could start looking for those condos that we see in the video. That would help me nail it down precisely. So I just started looking around in that area, and at first I misjudged the angle a bit, and I was actually looking a bit north and west of where I needed to be. But at some point I realized that to get a view of the water that looked exactly like what we see in the video, I probably needed to be a bit farther south. And when I started looking there, I found those townhouses. Once I found them, I looked around for a spot that looked like it matched what we see in the video. And I saw this place, which I knew had to be it. You are at Overlook Point Park in Tumwater, Washington. I was able to find some images on Google Maps of this park, which showed me the condos that we see across the street, and a view of the mountain just like what we see in your video. You were right over here by the third post. But guys, I couldn't find anything that looked like the heart-shaped objects that we saw in the reflection in the glasses. So guys, I actually went on a whole separate hunt after I found this place, just trying to figure out what those heart-shaped objects were. And I was looking at like Tumwater Facebook groups and all kinds of different stuff, trying to find anything that might give me a clue, but I couldn't find it. So my best guess is that these heart-shaped objects that we're seeing are on some kind of phone case or wallet or something that the person is holding in their hands. Or maybe it's like a pair of heart-shaped sunglasses or something, I don't know. But unless they confirm, I will never know. Okay, it's time to figure out which previous location was closest to this one. So right away I wondered if it was going to be that video that I did about a month ago that I told you about. But that's actually like 20 miles away from this spot. I've actually done a couple locations that are closer, including the one that is closest, which was in episode 223 in Olympia, Washington. That's just under 2 miles or about 3 kilometers away. Guys, please like and share. Check out the map of all the places I found for you so far. And while you're on my site, maybe go check out my store if you're into that sort of thing. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.